Utoni Nuujoma was reacting to a statement by the Affirmative Repositioning in which the movement also released deeds of sale documentations regarding the purchase of 4 farms from Wolfsgrund Farming CC and Reinhof Farming Company at a cost of 43 million.
Government agreed to grant consent to COMSA SA to lease the 4 farms under stringent conditions, in that COMSA SA will have to buy the 4 farms from the private owners at their full cost and have the farms directly transferred into the name of the government and become government property through a donation. And that COMSA leases the said farms from government with the following conditions: that COMSA SA must pay annual rental to government equivalent to the farm taxes paid by all commercial farmers. There has been misleading statements that government has bought farms and is supposed to resettle people. This was a private transaction, and me as a minister who has taken an oath to protect and defend the Constitution and to uphold the rule of law, I have to work within the parameters of the law.
He says the deeds of sale in possession of the AR is fake and his signature was forged.
It's from your phone. It could come from any source. As far as I'm concerned, I have not purchased any farm. I have already made it clear here. Why are you insisting on things that on fake news? I have not signed that. That's what I'm telling you. And you are insisting.
I'm not insisting, Honorable Minister, but now serious case of giving defamation of character because if I forge document and say, no, this is the minister that fact, that's what I'm asking. What is the minister going to do to investigate and see where
that is another area which I have to check within our system whether that is an authentic document, but I don't think I have purchased anything as I indicated. We have not paid any money. I told them that Namibia currently, despite the fact that they have invested over $1 billion already in the property, we told them that our current law with regard to the 86 resolution of cabinet, we cannot sell land to a foreign national, we can only lease it. And then they agreed that they will lease the farms, and that's why that transactions went through.
What I want to understand, the transaction, the Russian took their money and paid their money to the farm owners, or they gave the money
Go
to the
and check
government.
with the farm owners, they are there. They have received the money.
No, did
through
it go through the government?
No, that's what I'm saying.
The two land activists say allegations that the farms in question were acquired by the Russian are not true. Ampanda informed the media conference that the farms were actually bought by the government from Wolfsgrund Farming CC and the Reinhof Farming Company at a cost of $43 million. The AR has provided the NBC News with a copy of title of deed and an affidavit signed by the Minister of Land Reform Utoni Nuujoma, suggesting that the government purchased the farms in question and leased them to the Russian nationals for slightly more than $160,000 per year over a period of 99 years.
If government spends our money to buy a farm, how is it possible that those farms are not made available for resettlement, advertised the same way that is advertised whenever government acquires resettlement farms, and then all of us apply? Why is it that we're not given the same opportunity to lease those farms the same way that the Russian is leasing them?
We as a country must be concerned about this horrible transaction. And we must ask a number of questions. One, where did the government get the 43 million from? Was the 43 million budgeted for? Was the government a middleman perhaps? And four, was the transaction approved by cabinet?
The AR movement proposes to government to use the farms for resettling landless Namibians. Sadarov reportedly owns an additional 28,000 hectares of land near Dodabes. AR is asking other Namibians to pressure government to reverse its decision in the interest of its people. NBC's effort to get comments from Land Reform Minister Utoni Nuujoma proved unsuccessful as the minister's phone continuously went on voicemail. I'm Daniel Nadunya, NBC News, Windhoek. The Land Reform Minister, when he addressed a media conference, responded to a number of questions. Journalists wanted to know whether the deal was done in a transparent manner. The minister responded by saying,
We wanted to conclude the deal first. How do you announce something that was not concluded? And to make sure that everything is according to book, then you do the necessary announcement. But we are trying to do the best we can to make sure that we follow the laws, as I have been emphasizing here. There is a lot of things that need to be done. The State Finance Act must be complied with. The Agricultural Commercial Land Reform Act must be complied with. The Constitution must be complied with. So all these things take some time. But I can assure you, we would like to be as transparent as possible.
Nuujoma also responded to a question on where the deal was signed and by whom.
Someone is not restricted in terms of the quantum, in terms of the investment that you want to make. It's for us to sit down and engage with what you are proposing. And if what you are proposing is sound, makes sense to us, given our intentions, our objectives, then surely it needs to be considered. So the minister did not abdicate. He's legally responsible. He is the one who signed the deed of sale, the other word, and donation and foundation. It's the minister. You will not see cabinet.
On the lease period, Nuujoma had this to say.
Namibia is such a vast country. If we plan properly, I think everybody will be able to have a small piece of land. I think within our generation, we can make that possible. But we must also be cognizant of the fact that we also need to develop.
Whether his decision is in conflict with cabinet resolutions, the minister says,
I have statutory powers, but I also have the right to consult, and I need to consult widely. These are matters of national concern. You see, it's easy to say you must not be influenced by this or that, but sometimes it can be interpreted that you are a dictator. You take dictatorial decisions that are not in the best interest of the country. So it is always good to consult, but I didn't say cabinet took the decision. I did not say that. I consulted cabinet only.
He was also asked whether government acted as a middleman in the undertaking, and Nuujoma says,
No, we are not a middleman, we were just approached. This is purely an investment deal, which I think it is in the best interest of the Namibian people. For investment purposes only, it can be considered. Be considered for investment purposes. Only, yes.
To foreigners?
Yes, if a foreigner wants to invest, we look at the broad picture.
I'm Daniel Nadunya, NBC News, Windhoek.